Hey guys, welcome to our Thursday meditations. Really excited for today's meditation, which is going to delve into loving kindness, which is appropriate considering Valentine's Day is right around the corner. I do want to start spending a few minutes before we delve into the meditation to talk a little bit about the content. Why is it important for us to spend this time delving into our internal world for 30 minutes, for 40 minutes, especially at a time where so much of maintaining success is towards external, our social status, our social environment. Why is it important for us to spend time delving into our internal world? Let me lower the volume a bit. So I wanna read a small quote from you as to why developing this inner space is integral to our emotional, social, and mental health. This is from a book called The Art of Loving. He who knows nothing loves nothing. He who can do nothing understands nothing. He who understands nothing is worthless. But he who understands also loves, also notices, and also sees. The more knowledge is inherent in a thing, the greater the love. Anyone who imagines that all fruits ripen at the same time as the strawberries knows nothing about grapes. And just reading a little more before we actually delve into the meditation. The only way of full knowledge lies in the act of love. This act transcends thought. It transcends words. It is the daring plunge into the experience of union. However, knowledge in thought, that is psychological knowledge. It is a necessary condition for full knowledge in the act of love. So developing this inner knowledge, this inner capacity, this gives us a wider framework for us to appreciate ourselves, for us to extend this gift of love to ourselves first and foremost, so that our capabilities are enhanced and we're able to approach life in a more holistic, compassionate, loving, and knowledgeable manner. So with that, we're going to start with a small breathing centering exercise. I do this for all of my meditations before we start delving into this loving kindness meditation, which is going to take us to many different levels, right? We're going to go on a physical level, and then we're going to go down to an emotional level, and then an existential or spiritual level, and then finally our community level, setting intentions, because it's very important for us to broaden our practice into our behaviors. So it's not just us doing a meditation for 30 minutes, but also living life in a more holistic, fully functioning manner. So with that, let's start with just centering ourselves using our 5 senses. So first we have our sense of touch. So we're simply moving our focus, we're moving our conscious to notice things in our external environment which we may otherwise not notice or which we may otherwise take for granted. So notice the sensations of touch available to you in this present moment. Maybe it's your feet pressed up against the floor. Maybe it's the feeling of cloth pressed against your skin. Maybe even the feeling of your hands on your lap. Any other sense of touch. If you're walking, perhaps the sensation of cold, the sensation of wind. And simply let the sensation of touch ground you. Bring you to a present moment centered state. And we can also use our sense of sight. And we can notice patterns in our environment. Maybe it's colors, maybe it's objects, maybe it's different shadings of the trees or the buildings, or if we're in our room, a poster on our wall. Using our sense of sight to notice things which we may otherwise take for granted. Letting this be another tool to bring us to a present moment state, broadening our knowledge, developing a higher sense of clarity. We can use our sense of hearing as well, noticing any noises in our adjacent environment, the sound of trees rustling, the sound of the wind hitting the window, maybe even loved ones talking in the next room. Maybe we're inclined to judge a noise as a good noise or a bad noise. Remember, non-judgment is a very important part of mindfulness. Even noises which may be cumbersome, which may be negative, we can also use those as an anchor. Not looking at them as distractions, but just noise, just stimulus to help center us and bring us to this present moment state so we can broaden our knowledge and inner capacity. We can use our sense of smell as we take a deep breath in, noticing any fragrances, any aromas, any scents in our environment. So letting that be another centering technique to bring us to this present moment state. And finally, we also have our sense of taste. So maybe we ate lunch, maybe we're going to eat lunch after this. So we have our 5 senses available to us throughout our day-to-day life. And we can return back to those sensations to orient ourselves to this present moment space. Being non-judgmental, being non-reactive, simply being clear and letting our inner knowledge expand. So we have our 5 tools, and we also have our 6th tool. We have the natural flow of the breath, always available to us. Anytime the world starts to be too overwhelming, anytime our mind really starts to race, we can always return to a deep, slow inhale, holding the breath for a few moments, and a deep, slow exhale. So one more time, we can really focus on the sensations of the inhale, focusing on the cool air as it enters our nostrils, how it expands our chest, gives our body energy and life, and then the feeling of the breath as it exhales. So really focus on the full destination, the full trajectory of the breath. As we take another 5-second inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and exhale to a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the breath being another anchor to bring us to a present moment state. And we're gonna get the breaths a little longer, just to help expand our attention, our focus. So now we're going to do a 10-second inhale, 10-second hold, and a 10-second exhale. All the while focusing on the sensations of the breath. So let's begin with a 10-second inhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath in, really focus in on how the breath feels in your chest, in your stomach, in your diaphragm, other parts of your body. Maybe you're standing up. As we hold this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then a slow, deep exhale. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. really letting ourselves become comfortable, relaxed, calm, as we delve deeper into this internal world, expanding our inner knowledge and expanding our inner capacity to love, as this is a loving kindness meditation. So we can close our eyes now, or we can soften our gaze as we continue breathing in a natural, rhythmic manner. Let's focus on our physical self. I'm going to lower the volume a bit. So let's orient ourselves to this physical space as we move our move our focus to different parts of our body. So we can use this time to extend loving kindness to our physical self, right? Lots of the time we hold lots of tension in our neck. We feel like the world is weighing on our shoulders, right? We cause lots of stress on ourselves. Right? We feel lots of tightness in different parts of our body. Right? We can use this time to extend loving kindness and bring some lightness into different parts of our body. So just notice different parts of our body. I'm going to do a very quick body scan. And that's the interesting part about mindfulness, right? We can actually move our consciousness from our mind, right? We usually picture a voice here in our little voice in our head, but we can actually move that. And we can feel the weight of our fingertips, right? We can even feel our fingernails, the cuticles. How that feels as we extend energy, extend love to our hands. And we can traverse through the rest of our body, feeling the weight of our forearms, our elbows, our biceps, our triceps. Our arms connect to our shoulders, feeling the weight of our shoulders. We can even bring a little bit of movement into our shoulders, just making nice, soft circles, some gentle rotations. Right, this is the part of our body where we really carry around lots of stress. Just bringing some lightness, bringing some relief. Just noticing the weight of our shoulders as we move our consciousness down through our chest, through our diaphragm, feeling the weight of our stomach, our thighs, our hips, how the upper half of our body is connected to the lower half of our body. And once we develop this skill, we can actually feel the full weight of our knees, of our calves, of our thighs, of our ankles, down to the very bottom of our feet. Just extending some love to this physical self, some nurturance. This body which supports us, which gives us life, which moves us. Just continue breathing in a natural, rhythmic manner as we set our first intention. And you may want to set any intention of how you would like to continue showing loving kindness to your physical self. You can say something like, I want to go for a walk twice a week, or I want to change my diet. So this is extending our meditation practice into our behaviors, so that this loving kindness space actually manifests into our day-to-day life. Let's continue breathing, setting our intentions, broadening our loving kindness capability. first on an external level, and now at a physical level. And now we can connect on an emotional level as we notice what feelings we have carrying around with us right now. Happiness, discontent, sadness, disappointment, surprise. Maybe an amalgamation of a few of these emotions. We may want to notice where these emotions have emanated from. Why are these emotions lingering in our mind, in our spirits? And we can set an intention. Is this emotion that we're carrying with us, is it beneficial to ourselves? Is it helping nurture our loving kindness? Answer may be no, answer may be yes. Simply ask yourself, what is this emotion doing for you? And this is going to be a very deep meditation, a very heavy meditation. So if at any moment your mind really starts to cling on to one thought, or an emotion becomes very overwhelming, you can go back to the five senses, right? So you can just jump up a level. You can just go back to orienting yourself to your physical self, which is going back to the flow of the breath. For the rest of us, we're going to go down another level as we broaden our loving kindness capabilities. First, towards ourselves. Who are we? What is our purpose here? These may not bring any easy answers, but that's okay. Asking the question is the first step to change. Whatever answers arise, let us extend this loving kindness capability to ourselves first and foremost. And we're going to do that through a positive visualization exercise. We can hold an image in our head, either a happy memory, a time where we were happy, either with a loved one, or a time where we were with ourselves. Or if we can't find a memory right now, we can picture ourselves as a child. Picture ourselves as a young child. And when we hold this image in our mind, ourselves as a young child, someone who just wants nurturance, acceptance, and love, we can send that in our minds to this child within us. Just simply hold this picture of yourself as a child. And when you hold that image, emotions will naturally emanate from within you. Whatever emotions they are. And feel the full weight of that loving kindness. And extend it towards yourself. As we repeat in our minds, may I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace. Continue holding this image, focusing on this loving kindness, these sensations of loving kindness, as we repeat one more time in our minds. May I be happy, may I be healthy, may I be at peace. And again, the breath is always available to us. So recognize this part of yourself, that we can't love others until we come to a place where we accept ourselves. And we can continue broadening the horizons of our loving kindness capability, this infinite capacity we have to love as we visualize someone close to us, someone that we love. Maybe that's a parent, maybe that's a significant other. It can be someone who's passed away, someone who's with us, someone who's really cared for us, nurtured us, taught us, someone who's been there in the darkest times. We can visualize this person standing to our right. Really hold that person in your mind. Maybe you even want to go back to a memory with this person, if that helps. And as you picture this person in your mind, or this memory, feel the loving kindness that they're sending you. Really feel it on a physical level, right? The lightness that it brings you. The feeling of weight off your shoulders. And how it feels on an emotional level as well. This feeling of receiving love, receiving nurturance. How this person asks for nothing in return. And just as we did for ourselves, we can extend this loving kindness towards this loved one. As we repeat in our minds, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. And one more time. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. This is naturally going to bring very strong emotions out of us. Just sit with these emotions. Just notice how strong our inner capabilities are. That we're able to influence ourselves in such a strong manner, right, without having to sit in front of a television or be on our phones. Just through this inner self that's always available to us. We can influence ourselves so strongly. It's a very beautiful gift. Now let's continue broadening the horizons of our loving kindness capability. As we picture a group, our family and our friends, those closest to us, people who support us, people who make us laugh, people who pick us up when we're down, people who we've shared happy and sad memories with. And we can visualize these people standing all around us, to our right, to our left, ahead of us, behind us. And feel the loving kindness that they're sending your way. And again, if there's resistance towards that, you can picture yourself as a small child. All of these family and friends sending us their compassion, sending us their love. And us sending it back to them, reciprocal energy. And feel the full weight of this loving kindness on a physical level, on an emotional level, and for some of us even on a spiritual level, however we may define spirituality, or the deeper part of ourselves. That may be your faith, that may be connecting with your ancestry, that may be connecting with the universe, that may be connecting with Mother Nature, however you define spirituality. But if you don't feel like you have a spirituality or a spiritual self, that's okay. You can focus on a physical and an emotional level. As we repeat in our minds, holding these people in our mind, in our head, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. Really breathing into these emotions, really feeling it. As we repeat once more, may you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be at peace. people surrounding us, sending us their love. And we can continue broadening our horizons, our loving kindness capability. First from ourselves, to a loved one, to those who support us. And now we can extend that circle as we visualize people in our environment, co-workers, people in our classes, neighbors, people who we may know but not necessarily know very deeply, acquaintances, people we really don't have we have a neutral stance towards. And we can hold these people in our mind as we repeat in our minds, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. And we can visualize these people repeating that phrase back to us. May you also be happy, may you also be healthy, may you also be at peace. Recognizing the common humanity in all of us, that we each just want happiness and peace from this world, and we can give that to each other, even if it's in small ounces. We can really visualize these people. That really makes for a much stronger meditation, wherever you are, right? Just picture the circle around you. On one level, comprised of people who love you. On another level, friends, people who support you, make you laugh. On another level, perhaps even teachers, people who've taught us, people who've influenced us, our role models. And on another level, strangers, acquaintances, co-workers. Them sending their loving kindness to us, us sending our loving kindness towards them. Just sit with this a few moments as we set an intention. How would we like to broaden this practice into our behaviors? How would we like to show people this loving kindness? That's very important. You can set whatever intention. Something as simple as, I want to tell the people who live with me that I love them more. I want to tell my parents I love them every day. I want to text an old friend I haven't talked to and ask them how their day is going. Right? Broadening our behaviors so it matches with this loving kindness self. Let's continue breathing. After having set this intention, we can even broaden our loving kindness capability, this infinite capacity, even more, as we recognize and hold other people in our mind, people who help our life in small ways that we don't notice, people who pave our roads, people who've built our houses, people who mow and cut our lawn and our university's greenery, people who help clean our world, people who pick our fruits and vegetables, people who transport these fruits and vegetables, people who stock them on our shelves. All these people, these strangers who make our life so much easier. And in our mind, in this circle we've created, this visualization, we can even picture these people standing around us as we repeat in our minds, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be at peace. and recognize the loving kindness they're sending back towards us as they repeat, may you also be happy, may you also be healthy, may you also be at peace. Just sit with this loving kindness capability. As we set another intention, how would we like to show warmth and loving kindness towards strangers? This is very important. We live in a community, a society, made of people we don't know. So set any intention you'd like to broaden this practice into your interpersonal functioning. You can say something in your mind such as, I want to have one meaningful conversation with a stranger this week. Or something along those lines. And as we continue breathing, let's go to our last level, really stretching the boundaries of our loving kindness capability. As we visualize the whole world in the palm of our hands, we can really visualize the earth right in the middle of our conscious. This world full of 8 to 9 billion human beings. Even the animals on the planet. All these people living their lives, trying to find themselves, trying to find their identity, trying to find who they are, all wanting some sense of peace, of happiness. And this may be a little bit difficult for us to do. We can even visualize people who may have harmed us, people who may have slighted us, people who may have had bad intentions towards us. And we can choose whether or not to forgive those people. That's up to each of us. But the point of this exercise is to heal ourselves first and foremost. Recognizing that whatever faults this person did to us only made us stronger. And they didn't cripple us. So as we visualize this globe, this world, we can send our loving kindness towards all human beings on this earth, as well as animals. As we repeat in our mind, may you all be happy, may you all be healthy, may you all be at peace. Really picture the world in the palm of your hands. As you repeat one more time, may you all be happy, may you all be healthy, may you all be at peace. And if there is resistance, that's okay. We're taking this time to heal ourselves and nurture this loving kindness towards ourselves first and foremost. So just as we've been doing these past few meditations, we've been continuously prolonging the silent portion of the meditation. So in the first one we did a minute, last week we did 2 minutes, this week we're going to do 3 minutes of silent meditation to really strengthen our practice. Right? Without my guided words, just simply sit with your emotions, sit with the flow of your breath. We're going to sit in a 3 minute silence. Some of us can choose to remain seated or laying down for a longer duration of silence, really strengthening our practice, recognizing that mindfulness and integrating it into our life is a skill that we need to continuously work on, just like we exercise our biceps, right? We're exercising our mind, exercising our heart space, exercising our spirit, if that's what we believe. And one more time, let's take final deep 1 or 2 or 3 last deep full breaths, the biggest breaths we'll take of the entire day. Really taking a slow, deep, long inhale. Really feeling the full flow of the breath in our chest and our body, diaphragm. Holding it for a few moments. Doing a slow, deep, long exhale, the biggest exhale of the day. And let's bring some movement back into our hands, shoulders, our feet. Can even, if there's still some tension left, we can even rotate our body a little bit. Can even bring our arms up. Recognizing this loving kindness capability we each have within us to really love ourselves first and foremost, and use that inner knowledge to become the internal reflections that we'd love to see in our external world. So thank you all so much for joining me in our loving kindness meditation. Each week we're going to do a different themed meditation, and we're progressively going to build up the silent meditation portion, so that by the end we're doing about 15 minutes of silent meditation. So you won't be hearing me talk as much week by week, right? So that way it really builds the practice up. And we'll also be delving more into mindfulness content, so talking about applying these practices into our interpersonal functioning, because that's very, very important. As always, we have many resources for you all at www.mindfuluh.org, and our Mindful Cougs Instagram channel, which I'm the president of. I also do 12 o'clock meditations on Tuesdays for Mindful Cougs. And our organization is open, available to everyone. We do many events. Keep updated on things we have going on, and be at peace, be well, enjoy your very cold weekend. I know I will. I love the cold. So thank you guys. I'll see you next week.